If you're playing Path of Exile 2, they've snuck in a pretty dirty little patch here, guys. A lot of good stuff, but a lot of bad. They nerfed the shit out of some casters. I'll tell you that now. You casters out there, anybody with caster builds, and you're using trigger gems and energy gain, yeah, it's gonna be a bad time for you. But yeah, moving forward, we're talking about general improvements and changes going back to their post feedback launch update that they said they were going to be improving some stuff. They did put that stuff in here. I'm not going to go over everything here, guys, but I will leave the link to this in my description if you guys want to check it out. I'm just going to touch on some of the important stuff that I felt like was a pretty cool improvement. Rain of Arrows and Firestorm now have a hit rate limit to prevent cases of them absolutely obliterating very large bosses. This will have little to no impact outside of boss fights with very large hitboxes. So that's kind of crazy. And I knew Rain of Arrows was going to be a crazy skill. I actually said this in one of two of my past videos, and it's wild to see that here it is getting a little bit of a nerf there, a little bit of a hit rate limit. Good news if you're on console, they've added a way for you to open the trade website in the main menu. Runes can now also be sold to vendors for gold. That's a big plus. And that's going to do it for the general improvements. Like I said, I'm only going to touch on a few here. I'll let you guys check them out. Link is in the description. Going forward, here we're going to be talking about the trigger gems and energy game. Now, for my caster builds, this is absolutely obliterating for anybody who's got a caster build sorcerer. I know a lot of people are depending on the way they've built their character right now. They're probably going to have to respec just to get back to what it was. I'll put this on screen here. It says trigger gem energy gain was not in the right place, and it was far too easy to use ailments to trigger spells. One problem with the previous system is that if we balanced it to make triggering happen in boss fights, then the triggering would happen far too often during clearing. In order to address this, we are now making monster power part of the calculation for energy gain. This means that it's far easier to trigger skills from unique monsters than it will be from normal, but you also hit many more normal monsters when fighting. Another issue was using low-level skills was unconditional ailment applications such as Flame Wall to ignite enemies for triggering. In order to make the source of ignite matter, we are making the energy gain be dependent on the strength of the ignite. We've also rebalanced all energy gain across the board. So yeah, big L here. I'll be honest, GGG. This was not a good move. I'll be honest. I don't think this was needed. I don't think this was required. I saw the gameplay from a lot of these builds that were using this, and I personally don't think that it was required. I do not play a caster build, so I'm not affected by this. But if you are, I feel sorry for you. Let me know in the comments if you're experiencing any issues with this big nerf. So guys, let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about these patch notes? What do you guys think about the nerf that's coming to the casters here? Do you think it was worth it? Do you think GGG should revert it? And if you guys like Path of Exile 2 content, make sure to like, share, follow, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.